You know, I feel like a majority of life is too serious, you know, like serious basically all the time. And that's why someone like me decides to make life fun basically whenever I can, you know, like I'm always having fun. I'm always playing games, making jokes with my pals, you know, like let's say I'm just driving. I'm just driving down the street, you know, I like to play this game with the person behind me where if I want to switch to the right lane, I'll turn on my blinker so that they think I'm going to the left, but then actually I'm going to the right. And it's just this really fun game I like to play with strangers sometimes, and I get really good reception from it, you know, like they'll pull up to me, they'll be like, pull over, you know, and they'll do this to me, like, come on, give me a hug, and you know, I'm just that kind of guy. Alright, let me go ahead and get started on verse 1. Boom, 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 boom. Blah, 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 blah. Scat, 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 scat. Tat, 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 tat. Tattoos, bitch. So I think it was about 10 years prior, if I remember correctly. I was about 15 years of age, youngest person to ever graduate law school in the UK. I had just finished up my 11th case in a row, yes, and it's quite interesting. I was sitting in my office pondering, wondering, you know, what's all this about, you know, life, my purpose. Am I really just here to save people's lives from potentially going to jail for 50 years? And that's when I just started writing, you know, grabbed a piece of paper, grabbed my pencil. I just wrote down my thoughts, and here we are with this masterpiece of a song. Key! Key, key, key! Key! Key, key, key! Key! Key, key, key! B, 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 B! B, 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 B! B, 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 B! Bumblebees, bitch. So I had just recently come back from my yearly trip to Zimbabwe, where I like to go spend some time there, help out some of the local villages, and I just happened to be checking out one of the local orphanages in Zimbabwe, and I met this kid, and this kid changed my life. His name was Kamaru. When I first met Kamaru, he grabbed my hand and he took me into his room, just this small little bungalow, probably the size of this studio, much smaller actually. And Kamaru pulls out this Bible, and Kamaru points at a proverb, Luke 1:37. And as we all know, Proverb 1:37 says, "For nothing will be impossible without God." And at that moment, tears welling down my face, tears welling. And I just grabbed Kamaru and I said, "Kamaru, would you like to come back to the UK with me?" And now Kamaru lives with me, with his 7 adopted siblings, in my mansion at home. And I couldn't be happier. Could not be happier. Night terrors, bitch. You know, something I find quite fascinating is that a lot of these rich billionaires that we have in the world, they're afraid of what is known as AI technology. You aware of this? Like, somewhat like Siri on your iPhone? Well, you know, they're afraid that when we create this AI technology, then one day it might overpower us or overthrow our human spirit. And I find that quite ironic, if you ask me, because we are the makers of this AI, and although us and AI are quite different, we are largely the same, you know, without emotions and all. But it's funny to me how we create these beings, and we are afraid of the things that we create. And we create AI to be somewhat like us. And I think that just speaks very loudly towards us being afraid of potentially ourselves. And, you know, maybe instead of being afraid of AI, we should be more afraid of the man sitting next to us. Boom, 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 boom! Blah, 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 blah! Scat, 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 scat! Pew, 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 pew! Take the silencer. Give me the silencer, bitch. Ding, 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 ding. Guns, bitch. Do you know that scene in episode 3 where Anakin takes his lightsaber and he just murks all those younglings? Yes, that resonates with me very much.